Yeah, well, I met Colin a long time ago. I was living in France. I was 14 years old. I'd already been playing for a few years. I jazz and stuff. And that year, my parents had found this interesting music camp, summer camp, for me to go to. And said, why not? And it was in the Alps, in this place called Les Arcs. They had taken over this beautiful hotel in the mountains, and so I arrived there, and it was a mixture of experimental music, contemporary music, jazz, classical music, and they had invited all these different tutors to come and do workshops and stuff. So I arrived there, and it was full of these very weird people, and nobody was quite sure what was going on or what they were supposed to do. So it was not very well organized, but you can, there was, somebody said there's a workshop going on in that room, and there's a concert tonight in this room, and so it was a bit haphazard, but it was, very organic and interesting, and there were a lot of pretentious French composers or conductors and stuff. But there were also, on the jazz side, there was this band called the Casual Band, who was invited, and this was led by this guy called Jim Cuomo, who was a sax player, composer, and he had his band, and he was supposed to kind of tutor people who wanted to into what he was doing, and Colin was the bass player of this band, and it was great fun. I mean, as I said, there were a lot of kind of odd people around, but I managed to get along very well because with Jim and Colin, because they were so friendly, and they were very supportive of my little musical excursions and things that I was doing, and they were very nice, and I loved their music. I mean, the band was playing Steely Dan kind of original songs, and very quirky but very clever, very well written, well arranged, and they played concerts, and sort of we hung around, and Colin was very, very friendly. I mean, he was it was a very nice thing for me to have experienced at that age, to encounter proper professional musicians, and to sort of be able to talk to them about what they were doing, and it inspired me. So that's how we met, and after that I kept in touch with Jim. Here and there, he came once to the south of France to the jazz school where I was learning. He visited, and we kept in touch. And I kept in touch with Colin when I first came to London. I looked him up because he kindly gave me his contact. And when I came to London, I was 20 something, 22 or something. I came and I looked him up, and I came to London with my band, which we were seeking fame and fortune in London, as all non-London bands do, which didn't work out, by the way, but that's another story. But so I came, and I got in touch with Colin, and again he was very nice, very friendly, and he listened to what I was doing, and he was very supportive, And so he also recommended me for some auditions. It was very kind of him, as a keyboard player. And obviously he was playing with Camel, and I knew he had played with Steve Hillage. And so, he was a bit of a big brother, older brother idol a bit for me. And he was very nice. And so then we lost touch a bit, and a few years ago he rang me, because he had heard my latest album at the time, which was a collection of songs, called Songs of Refuge, and in there he liked some of the songs, and he was just thinking about doing a new project, and he thought, well, maybe let's do something together. So that's how it started, isn't it, Badji? Yeah. So, and then it didn't quite happen straight away. He went off to do other projects. He was busy with Camel again, and then recently we just sort of got back more intensely to finish writing some new songs and recording some of my songs, and he's been writing some amazing new songs for the project. So it's been a really nice thing for me to be able to do this with him, because we go back such a long time. And I also just found out that good old Jim Cuomo had died last year, sadly. So in a way, it's a kind of, something, a bit of a full circle from my youth to today. And so this album still is a very personal project for both of us, and I think the result is kind of makes that obvious. So there you go. We are happy to be here.